Rosa Parks sat down, Reverend King stood up, and we got civil rights. But it's not quite that simple. A lot was achieved, but there's a lot more that remains undone. There are also so many more people who made that change happen. And one of them was a white woman here in Louisville who risked everything to support the cause of racial justice for more than half a century.
Brydon was a social justice activist who worked on a number of issues, but her main focus and sort of the crux of her work was around racial justice issues.
Her keeping at it for so long, the passion she brought to that unfinished battle for racial justice, both before, during, and long after the civil rights movement's heyday, that's why we have an institute named after her and working in that tradition.
Brydon Institute for Social Justice Research is a really unique entity on the campus of the University of Louisville. Really, the purpose of the Institute is to bridge the gap between social justice activity that's happening in the community and research and social justice activity that are happening on U of L's campus. So the Institute is really set up to be a bridge.
You do have a choice. You don't have to be a part of the world of the lynchers. You can join the other America.
Welcome to the 9th annual Brydon Memorial Lecture.
For Mike Brown, for Freddie Gray, for Rihanna Jones, for Sandra Bland. I'm getting off track, but I'm trying to make a point.
Our signature event each year is the Brydon Memorial Lecture. It does lift up both her name and the importance of thinking about racial justice history, whether it's local or global or connected to other issues.
White rage doesn't have to wear a sheet. White rage doesn't have to burn a cross. White rage doesn't even have to take to the streets.
It's an event each year that's free and open to the community. We aim to make it more like a town hall forum in a way than strictly a lecture.
Having an institute like the Brydon Institute, it pulls all of the information to one centralized location so that people in the community, various groups, various individuals could go to that institution to get information that's relevant, that they can use in their current situation.
The reason we have a history of housing segregation in Louisville is because the Brydon Institute for Social Justice Research wrote this history. Louisville Metro Human Relations Commission said, I want to have a plan to attack this intense segregation. The Brydon Institute wrote this really wonderful history in Louisville, and we were able to put in a 20-year action plan.
We're a great place to connect people to others. So if you're interested in urban food justice, we can connect you to some local farmers, some urban gardens. They can also learn more about some of the events that's coming up here or in the community, such as the civil rights tour that we offer.
Many, many generations like you all have wanted to take it down. And so we had a longtime leader on this campus, pictured here, Dr. Blaine Hudson.
The Civil Rights Tour identifies and celebrates places of historical significance around Louisville as it relates to the civil rights movement, in Louisville specifically.
Without the Brydon Institute in this community, I think we lose a tremendous Louisville example of a change maker like Brydon and her history. But I think we also lose a focus on the civil rights movement and that history that informs everything we're doing today. I don't believe we can make deep change in any of the issues we care about in this country, the environment, education, housing, war, etc., if we're not looking at what we can learn from the civil rights struggle. And the Brydon Institute puts that front and center.